everybody. So this week, like I said, every week, this is small steps, but this is what I want. I try to move forward.
Artlist.io.
So this week, I'm just start like making slightly like a texturing and just like a creating my setup. By the way, I'm not texture artist. My background is more generalist. I'm right now more in grooming, but I know a little bit of texturing. So this is what I have for.
Music
maybe
licensing
you work
reimagined.
in Mari, or maybe you don't know Mari. I will explain a little bit how it works. So I create a few masks here, and I create the mask here, and I can use the broadcast. People don't know, like you create a mask, for example, this one I only have for my nails. And when you create teleport, you can bring in any place. Okay, so for example, I bring here. So this is like a pretty cool. This is kind of in Houdini when you create a null and you make object merge. So what I have, for example, I start with the block. This is just a plain color. I have a color. I have another color, and I use a merge and I combine both. And these two I combine with a turbo
Music licensing
and a
reimagined.
little here is some noises. So combination of these two, this is my mask, and this is what happens. So I start with the blood. This is my base, and I create like a vein. You maybe don't see the vein, and most time what I like to do stuff is maybe you don't have to see, but you feel it. So I have my veins maybe with this more dark gray. I have these tiny veins, and when I combine, you see this one. It's really tiny, and maybe you really don't see it. Maybe you don't see it. I create a purple eyes, just to have everything like a purple. Create a mask just on the eyes.
Music
and my ears.
licensing
Depending on the
reimagined.
character, sometimes this is what I use for my beard. Really subtle here. And I start making the colors. So the colors at the moment, like I said, what I say at the moment, okay, all this is still work in progress. So nothing is locked, nothing is finished. So this is my base color, and I paint the part I want to see my red part. So you see, now I want to see what parts come from the rest. So I can see a little bit of red
Music
here, I can see a little
licensing
bit of my
reimagined.
purple here with my red. I can see a little bit here. You see my veins, maybe you don't see here. But if I paint, for example, here, I can start see my veins. At the moment, I don't. And all these brushes is just temp. If I'm being honest, I want to do maybe exploration, like different brushes, maybe like a stencil, maybe like a sketch, something different. But this is just like a first step. So I have this is the dark color for my skin, and this is my light color. So I paint just other parts that I have to blend, and I cover a little bit here. And I have some freckles. Freckles I have like a more dark color, and I paint some freckles. Okay.
Music licensing reimagined.
And this one is just for my nails. So I bring my nails with the broadcast, like I said before. I have like a tiny shift color, kind of white, kind of orange. And I use again my broadcast here. Yeah, I want just to have small dark or small cast on the nails. This is what it looks like. By the way, I have my red part. I just bring here a little bit. This one maybe you don't see never. Can we have a close here? You will maybe never see this part on the other side. It's good to have this part. So the moment this is what I have. If I preview with my okay, so I bring
Music
all
licensing
this here
reimagined.
to my broadcast. See all the colors here, and I bring to here to export my channel. So I bring here. This is my channel, the color. This is I did register really quickly a temp for my specular. This is what I have for the specular. It's way too strong. You will see in the render. So I have here, and I have the roughness here, and I bring in all my material, so I can preview here. Okay, I only have one light, I only have the HDR just to preview. I have this HDR. I like to have a
Music licensing
you see,
reimagined.
for the specular, I have the same thing. So I only have 2 colors. And I just want to try to see how it looks like that, just to have something different to break up my specular. I'll have the roughness, I'll have the metal, I'll have the SSS as well. So I think hopefully this weekend I will maybe go more in deep. And this is what it looked like at the moment. So you see, this one is way too strong.
Artlist.io.
It's way too strong. But something, this is with my skin already. The SS right now don't have any displacement. I need to have this displacement. So this is what they look like now. And I start making another test with the knitting. I think it's getting along for the render. I will
Music
have different
licensing
patterns.
reimagined.
Still really work in progress. I will have slightly different colors. But it's going along. I was making some texture. And for the knitting and for everything, so except I have everything here. I like to have like a subnet for everything, but also I have subnet for like knitting. At the moment, for the material, is really basic. I
Artlist.io.
don't have pretty much nothing. So I have a color, another color. This is kind of the same idea with the Mari, if you think about it. I use my D to break the colors and the random mix. And I bring on my base color.
Music
I have
licensing
this one. I
reimagined.
have my own subnet for my knitting. For the knitting, it's still really working for it, but also the cool part now in my knitting, I can have stitch. So if stitch or seams, I will show you. It's kind of the same workflow for the knitting. Like I said, this knitting is a 10. I'm just testing one tool. I forgot his name. It's Italian. Looks really good. And also I'm learning on other tutorials. If I show you the seams, you see, this is what I have for the seams. I can combine both here, the seams and the knitting. It's still really work in progress. So hopefully for the next week I want to move forward more with the texture, and I will start making some work in progress in the room. I maybe will do something, the simplest stuff, the full hair and the eyebrows and the eyelashes. Maybe this is what I want to do for next week. Let's see what I can do. This is taking too long to calculate. But yeah, this is, I was testing another, this is not the best. I was testing different pattern. I have another pattern here for my knitting, so otherwise it's not the best. And I have, this is the another knitting, another one, so I'm testing. Okay, so that's it for this weekend. Like I said, we're moving slow, but it's getting along. Thank you for everybody. Have a great weekend. Peace.